Dragon Ball Z fans, we are back once again with another Dragon Ball Super theoretical discussion. I am joined here by the legendary Super Saiyan Paul, Fatal Brotherhood, and Aaron, and today we're going to be discussing role reversals in terms of Dragon Ball Super episodes, XXX, because we don't know how far they're going to go into Universe 6, and primarily today we're going to be talking about what if there is a possibility where Goku and Vegeta from Universe 7 are going to encounter their polar opposites in Universe 6, Universe 12, Universe 8, 9, Universe 1, 2, 4, whatever the case may be, wherever they decide to go. Primarily, I believe Universe 6. What if Vegeta and Goku encounter, their alternative selves? Perhaps maybe a good Vegeta and a bad Goku. So, guys, what are your overall thoughts and opinions on them going to a different timeline and encountering themselves again? Do you think it's possible? Because remember, in Future Trunks' timeline, there were alternative characters. Although they have died, they were still there. So what are your thoughts on there being a different Goku and Vegeta somewhere out there in the universe?
It's 100% possible because Bulma is alive in Trunks' universe and still alive in Goku's universe. So that means it's definitely possible that there's alternate versions of every character in these other universes. Maybe Yamcha's the god of one of these worlds.
Don't you dare bring him up in any sentence that has to do with power level exceeding something or godlike levels.
Come on, okay. We're not just going to give him his own universe to be god of. All right.
No, never in a million years. Now, let's say by some coincidence, right? Goku and Vegeta are doing their thing. They're out there. They're, handling business. And they do encounter themselves. What happens there? Do they fight? Do they talk? Do they have an agreement, a disagreement? Do they kill each other? Where do you guys see that playing off? Because I think that if there was ever a chance where any of us fanboys wanted to see Gogeta versus Vegito, that would be it. But then again, that's just a fan theory. But like
they're Saiyans, they automatically are gonna fight each other.
Well, I could see Vegeta versus Vegeta, Goku versus Goku. That'd be great, actually, because I wouldn't say that they know each other like fully, because again, different universes, different abilities, different power levels, different attacks. But how do you guys think that will even come about if they just bumped into each other?
They would fight.
Instantly. You're saying fight.
Instantly. Saiyans are automatically going to fight. Goku wanted to fight Vegeta all this time. They've always wanted. They're rivals. As soon as Goku sees himself as, like, an evil version, I think he'd want to see how strong this evil version is. Maybe, like, since they differed in paths in life, maybe he wants to see what would happen if this had happened instead, and, like, how strong he is versus his good side. Who knows?
Okay, that I would agree on, but I think Goku would also try to stop his evil self from doing certain things. Like, for example, if he saw, like, he was about to destroy the Earth and stuff, I can definitely see Goku intervening and saying, hey, cut the shit, give up, or I'm gonna beat your ass. And then,
no, but wait, what saga are we talking about when they meet?
Well, I mean, they're going to venture out into Universe 6 at some point. We just don't know when.
So they would be in the Super Saga, like, so I'm not thinking that evil Goku would be willing to destroy the Earth at this point. I'm thinking instead it's a role reversal where the Goku is in that universe is like Vegeta, and the Vegeta in that universe is like Goku.
No, absolutely. I mean, they're polar opposites, but again, what is the likelihood of that happening? There are no signs or symbols of that happening as of right now. Even though it is a theory, and it's something that's very interesting that I don't think anybody spoke about yet. And for it to happen, I don't know, man. I think that the primary focus here is going to be finding these Dragon Balls, seeing what's going on with, Champa and what his motives are, and then take business up from there.
Carrying it on with Champa, we just have to follow him back to his universe, because he's fucking up shit in this universe. So we got to follow back to his place, and then we got to mess that shit up. But if we go back to Champa's universe, you're gonna see another Goku and another Vegeta, most likely, because there's already proof of that. You'd see like alternate versions of characters with what we already have with Dragon Ball Z. But so you're gonna probably see alternate characters, and you'll probably see a different Goku and different Vegeta, and maybe that's where this shit goes down.
I mean, I think as fans, we've always wanted to see, like, an alternative side to our beloved heroes, but I just don't think it might happen, like, at this particular time, because there are so many other things happening. Like, for example, right, what if Beerus decides to go with them? Like, here you have a god. I mean, because it kind of makes sense. You have Beerus who, you have Champa, who came into Universe 7 unexpectedly, so, Beerus is like, you know what? Let's go to Universe 6 now. Let's go invade his hometown, because if he's here trying to, mess around with things, why not we go over there and see what's going on, I mean, there's just so many factors that come into play, but for me, if by some chance it is Goku versus Goku, Vegeta versus Goku, or Universe 6 versus Universe 7 in terms of, parallel fights, like Universe 6 Goku versus Universe 7 Vegeta and vice versa, I just don't I don't see like the significance of this happening. Why would it happen? Like, first of all, how would they even bump into each other? It's like, what is Goku gonna do? Oh, I sense a very familiar power level. Like, what are you talking about? This place is unknown. Beerus and Whis even said in Battle of Gods, and I know a lot of people are gonna give me shit for this, but they said that there are warriors out there that are spawned that are far superior than themselves. So at this point, I would rather see new enemies than see our heroes have alternate sides. Because
you don't want to see Majin Goku?
I'm not saying I won't, but wouldn't you like to see brand new characters never before seen? Isn't that something that what's Dragon Ball Z is all about? Like seeing different warriors, different entities from different universes, just colliding with power?
Paul, what's your opinion on this?
Honestly, I want to see someone make Beerus bow.
Well, probably like the supreme overlord of all galaxies, maybe in all universes. But again, my question to you is this. Would you like to keep seeing the same characters over and over again, even if they are different? Or do you want to see, like, brand new characters you've never seen?
Depends on the new characters, because if we get some GT-looking motherfuckers, I'm going to be upset.
That's true. That's true.
Really?
I'd rather see Goku versus Goku than Goku versus Dragon number 3.
Yeah.
Why is that? This is very interesting.
That was horrible.
Oh, come on.
Designs. Oh, come on.
Does anybody remember any of those dragons by name besides Nova and the Ice one and
Omega? That's it.
Come on. Really?
I wouldn't say that now. I mean, I would say...
pretty sure, like,
who was Dragon number 1, Alex? Who was Dragon number 1?
All right. These nuts.
These nuts.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but you can't bash all the GT characters. Baby was
yes, you can.
Baby had the best development.
Really?
Baby had the best development.
Baby is the only character we could actually somewhat like. But beyond, and Baby wasn't even an original character. He looked like Kid Buu, he had android materials, and he took over sand bodies and turned into a great ape. That is copying all the other, like, villains.
He was a parasitic organism that vowed to, like...
He copied every other villain we've ever known.
He basically did a reverse Super Buu instead of absorbing.
Alright, we're gonna save this particular discussion for something else, but going back to what I said, you said that you would not like to see Dragon Ball GT based looking characters. I mean, I wouldn't say I had a problem with the appearance. I had a problem with the story development, but for me at least, I would love to, like, for example, right, when Dragon Ball Super first came out with the first 2 episodes, remember that bull that fought Beerus? I thought that, can you imagine if there was an entity out there that looked like that, but he was vastly stronger, like he actually posed a threat to the Saiyans, or maybe he was equivalent to like a power level to where you had to challenge yourself to, push yourself farther enough to actually, bring the fight to this guy. For me, I would like to see different characters, different story. I love alternative characters. I love to see an alternative Goku and Vegeta, but I'm sorry, at this point, it'll just become very repetitive because looking forward down the line when you have a brand new Dragon Ball Z game, you'll be stuck with the same characters, just different role reversals. Why? Why not have different characters?
At the same time, if you're going to be constantly fighting new gods, that's just going to be just as repetitive because, okay, we find a new god, he's stronger, we're going to train. Goku, you fight me, I'm Vegeta. We fight. We train, Zenkai boost, fight the enemy, beat him. Next villain, please.
Yeah, at least with the twist of like meeting an alternate self, there's character growth because then you can see how much they have changed, how their their situations have like made them experience. Also, if you keep fighting, it's just like Dragon Ball Z is like has gotten to the point where you have to keep finding someone stronger and stronger just to keep the series
That's
going.
what Dragon Ball Super realized, and I think that's why they made it more comedy based.
Yeah.
I just think that there is something drastically huge coming, and I feel as if, I mean, we discussed multiple things. We discussed the theory of Beerus dying. We discussed the theory of Gine. We discussed the various things. But looking at it from a profit standpoint for companies, I think the best route for them is to include brand new characters, because then when you create video games and you start marketing these characters as being playable, people are going to want to buy the game just to play as these new characters because they don't know, how it's like to be as them, what they're like as characters in and of itself. So I mean, it's just like it's interesting to me because it does serve a purpose to have brand new characters. I'm not trying to say like,
yeah, they can make the new characters, but they can't barrage us with a whole bunch of them, or else they all become irrelevant. They're gonna have to, Yeah, even with Beerus, how many years did it take before Champa arrived? That was like 2 years.
And Champa has to look exactly like Beerus just so we would be able to remember him.
Yeah,
Again,
so it's
wait,
like,
but then again, we don't know if there's a different god out there who looks like Beerus and Champa. Maybe he's much more brolic. Maybe he's all muscle like Broly, or maybe there's another one out there that has 2 heads. Maybe there's another one out there who's really tall.
But then that's still they all look like Beerus though, so it's not like it's not really much of a character change.
if it's a character selection screen, it's gonna be like trying to pick between Great Apes and Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah.
Which Great Ape do you want?
The Bardock looking
Well,
one.
I mean, but they all have different personalities, different traits, and different
Yeah,
abilities.
but in a game we don't see personality.
Well, I mean, let us know what you guys think down below if you guys would like to see alternative characters. For me, I wouldn't want to see it. I want to see new characters. Then again, maybe some of you out there want to see an evil Gohan, evil Goku, good Vegeta, evil Beerus. Let us know down below in the comment section below about what you guys think. Once again, thank you all for watching. If you guys are Dragon Ball Z fans, don't forget to subscribe to our channels for so much discussions, news, information, what if battles, SpongeBob versus Super Boo. You guys know the whole deal. If you guys enjoyed the discussion, smash that like button, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Stay tuned for more. And from us to you guys, we'll be seeing you all in the next discussion episode. Take it easy, everybody. Peace. Kumbaya.